First off, I'd like to thank everyone that took the time to listen to this, because this is something I've never done before. But as I thought about how we could try to generate referrals for a company, I didn't really want to put a posting up because I've seen a ton of those out there, whether it be for our company or just other staffing companies, or in general, just all companies just posting stuff up, whether it be on social media, LinkedIn, or other different websites. So Aerotek prides herself on trying to be creative and think about the best possible ways to attract talent, whether it be for our clients or internally. So as I sat there and pondered it, I thought, hey, why don't I post a video? Because the one thing that's definitely kept me at Aerotek, and one of the most intriguing things about being within this organization over the last 6 years, is hearing all the amazing stories. Because I have to say, when I got the opportunity to work at Aerotek, it changed my life. And so what I'd rather do when I'm asking people to look into potentially working for a company, myself specifically, or several other openings that we have in our other divisions, or anywhere across the country, because we're all looking for the top talent out there across the United States, is I thought I'd share my story, because I think that has a lot more impact, because I know there's got to be tons of people right out of college looking for jobs, or someone that's not happy in their current career and really looking to change their life in their next step, or whatever the future holds. And I really think there's an opportunity. Aerotek gave me a lot. I felt like I had a lot of raw talent, and unfortunately, in my last endeavor after college, I had spent 4 years with a couple silent partners running my own business, and it failed. And I was not in the best situation at that time. It was probably, I have to think about all the times I was really scared in my life, it was probably the scaredest I've ever been. Because it's one thing when you're struggling financially and you're on your own, but at that time I had a 6-year-old daughter, and my wife and I were about ready to have her first kid, and I was not in good shape, and that was all due to some of the choices I had made and my business failing. And I got an opportunity to join a company, and as you'll see in my posting, the base salary wasn't what it is today, but I took the chance, and I'm thankful for doing it, because I don't think any other job that I would have taken at that time would have provided the opportunity that Aerotek has over the last 6 years. So I thought the best way is to share my story. And ultimately why I came to Aerotek is I wanted to stay in the business arena. I'd been outside that in the restaurant bar industry, and I wanted to get back into a professional environment, and this was an avenue to do that. I wanted to have a sense of running my own business. I wanted to work for a company that was a merit-based company compared to a tenure-based company, and I really wanted to take all the untapped talent I had and really work with an organization that I thought had a lot of training and development to turn me into the leader I hope and feel I am today. So to go back to where it kind of started, I started out as a recruiter, and it was probably the toughest time of my life. To share one quick story, I probably had the worst car ever when I started at Aerotek. I was borrowing my parent-in-law's car. Actually, it wasn't a car, it was a 1981 truck that they used to just haul things around in. But the current car we had, we couldn't get fixed because we couldn't afford it. So I drove that for the first 3 months, and then after that, we had enough money to get our car fixed, which got me for about 6 months. And then I ended up driving it for a couple years, but the joke around the office is, for 2 years in sales, I didn't have air conditioning in my car. And that wasn't the greatest time, but definitely kept me motivated. And I do feel good. I got the opportunity to go out, not buy an extravagant car, but I got to buy me a nice Optima. And the funny joke about everything, and the moral of the story is, I went from having a car that didn't have air conditioning to a car that had air conditioning seats. So to take that full circle, I think the story's a lot deeper than that. But really what Aerotek gave me is an opportunity to take advantage of all the things that they offered, give me some financial independence, and more importantly, it gave an opportunity. Not only at one point, it got my wife a job after we had our first kid together, so she was allowed to work a part-time job that ended up turning into full-time for a couple years. And then we were fortunate enough, because of the work I'd put in, that she could stay at home with the kids while they were young before they went to school, and I was the only one that had to work in our house to provide for her family. And I can't tell you how much that's changed my life. The organization offers so much, whether you're looking to get into a business organization, a leadership organization, if you're looking in talent management, talent acquisition, staffing world, we definitely have every opportunity in there, from recruiting to inside sales to sales. The options are limitless. And what it really did for me is I never thought I'd go into staffing, and I'm lucky someone talked me into it. And that's really how I got here, was from a referral. And now I think, how am I going to bring other people to our organization? I think the best way is from hearing from the employees. So I was hoping to share a little bit of my story because I thought it would impact. Because if you just see a posting, I think you're going to just keep going by. So I hope if you're looking for a new opportunity, please look into us. The one thing I will say is we take people from all walks of life. I came from the bar restaurant industry, as several other people did. One of my good colleagues, he was a history major, and we've had everything in between. And I think that's the coolest thing about Aerotek is we're really looking for a diverse culture that comes from all walks of life, because we really want to bring the best and the brightest. And we've also had people from the military to marketing, business majors, people that have experience and didn't go to college. So if you're interested, please look us up. I love to look at the post, see all the information below about the opportunity. I think it speaks for itself. And to be honest, if you're not looking for a job in this space, this is what we do for a living. And I'd love to have myself or one of our talented team talk to you about finding another job. But I think what I really want to talk about, and as I share this first video, it's a little awkward for me, and it's definitely a vulnerable moment, and we'll see what ends up happening from it. But if I share any more, I think it's about just talking overall about what we do in this, because I'm a lot better speaker than I ever am as a writer. If you knew me personally, I promise you'd hear plenty of jokes about that. But ultimately, what I want to talk about is, if you're a company and you're really trying to attract the top talent out there in the industry, I think what you should do is you should use your employees as a vehicle to do that, because they're the people that are really selling, putting in all the work. And if you want to drive the top talent to your organization, I would ask you to have them share your stories. And this is also a call to all my other fellow people at Aerotek, because I've heard so many of their stories over meetings and different environments that we've been in, and they've told me what they've done and what it's done for them. And I'd love to hear their stories as well. So hopefully some other people watch this, share your story, because we're looking for the best and brightest. And I hope that trying to do something a little different gives that opportunity. Appreciate the time today, and thank you so much.